Once upon a time, in a small village in Italy, there was an old, lonely woodcarver named Geppetto. He lived in a humble cottage, surrounded by tools and blocks of wood. One evening, Geppetto carved a wooden puppet from a block of pine wood, hoping it might bring some joy into his life. He named the puppet Pinocchio and treated it as though it were his own child, wishing for the little puppet to come to life. That very night, something miraculous happened. A blue fairy appeared in Geppetto's home. She had heard Geppetto's wish and decided to grant it. She touched Pinocchio with her wand, and, to Geppetto's astonishment, the puppet sprang to life. Pinocchio blinked his wooden eyes and began to move. Geppetto was overjoyed. He had a real son at last, but the fairy had one condition. "Pinocchio," she said, "you must prove yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. Only then can you become a real boy." Pinocchio, still learning about the world, promised to be good, but he had much to learn. As soon as Geppetto left to sell his wooden toys, Pinocchio's curiosity got the best of him. He ran out the door and into the world, eager to explore. Soon, he encountered a sly fox and a cunning cat who tricked him into burying his money in a field, telling him it would grow into a money tree. Pinocchio, innocent and trusting, believed their lies and ended up losing everything. Worse still, Pinocchio was tempted by the pleasures of the world. He was lured by the promise of fun at the circus and the land of Pleasure Island, where children could do whatever they wanted without rules or responsibilities. As time passed, Pinocchio's behavior grew worse. He became disobedient, ignoring the advice of the fairy, Geppetto, and his conscience, who took the form of a cricket named Jiminy. On Pleasure Island, Pinocchio's mischief caught up with him. He, along with other boys, began to transform into donkeys, symbolizing how their behavior had turned them into beasts of burden. Pinocchio's ears and tail grew, but he realized too late the mistake he had made. He barely escaped before he too fully turned into a donkey. Heartbroken and ashamed of his actions, Pinocchio returned home, only to find that Geppetto had been swallowed by a giant whale while searching for him. Pinocchio, desperate to save his father, dove into the sea and braved dangerous waters. He eventually found the whale and, inside its belly, discovered Geppetto alive, but trapped. Pinocchio's bravery and selflessness shone through. He came up with a clever plan to escape the whale. Using his wit and courage, Pinocchio and Geppetto managed to escape, and they returned home safely. In the end, Pinocchio had learned the importance of honesty, responsibility, and love. His journey from mischievous puppet to a courageous, selfless boy was complete. The blue fairy appeared once again, this time to reward Pinocchio for his growth. She waved her wand, and the wooden puppet was transformed into a real boy. Geppetto, overwhelmed with joy, embraced his son. "My dear Pinocchio, you have proven yourself," he said, tears in his eyes. "You are my real boy." And so, Pinocchio lived the rest of his days as a real boy, always remembering the lessons he had learned. That love, truth, and selflessness were the keys to becoming who we are truly meant to be.